What's going on, guys? It's your boy CBS and we are back, and today I'm going to be starting a little Let's Talk Destiny mini-series. And what I'm going to be doing in this series, I'm going to be talking about the changes that I would like to see in future DLCs, especially in the Destiny Common expansion. Now, I know House of Wolves is in quotation marks, but Common is supposed to be, like, I guess the next game release or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to call it the next expansion for the Destiny universe. And there's a lot of changes I would like to see. Let me start off by saying I love Destiny. I play it all the time. I logged over 700 hours so far. I'm not in the top of my friends list when it comes to hours, but I'm right in the middle of the pack, and this is pretty much the only game I play. So I want to start off by saying I love what the Destiny community offers, but at the same time there are changes I would like to see, and I do want to see your comments in the comment section below. Please leave your thoughts on the topics that I cover today. I'm going to break it up into several videos because there's a lot of changes I would like to see. At the same time, I don't want to make this video 40 minutes long. I'd rather break it up into different sections and cover specific things at a specific time. So today I'm going to be talking about the tower as a whole. I'm not going to talk about vendors. I'm not going to talk about, you know, everything in the tower. I'm just going to talk about the tower as a whole and what I would like to see changed to make it better for us, because the tower is the place that we go to for everything. The towers we go is the place we meet up to grab all the items we need before a raid. The tower is the place we meet up to go grab bounties before we all go play the Crucible, etc., etc. And there's a lot of things I would like to see changed or added to make it more of a social environment as it was intended to be. Because when you go to the tower, if you go to somebody's friends list, it says Earth : social whatever. It says social. So if it's supposed to be social, let's make it social. Let's make it very interactive for everybody that's involved in the tower. So let's start off. I have a whole list, so I'm just going to vaguely cover them all right now and then kind of go in more detail as I see fit. So I got some notes here. The first one I want to see is for Bungie to add glimmer gains to bounty completions, because a lot of people I know, when they log on, the first thing they do is they complete all the Vanguard and ERIS MORN bounties for all of their characters. And I really think that if they added glimmer, it would just give me that much more incentive to do it, because a lot of my weapons are maxed out on this point, and there's no reason for me to go and kill 100 enemies without dying, or go select the Sword of Crota mission and kill, you know, Frigoris, if all I'm doing is getting XP. You know, I'm getting Vanguard reputation, but I would love to see some glimmer gains, because everything costs glimmer, so there's no reason why I shouldn't gain glimmer from that. Another thing I would like to see is planet-specific bounties. So we have we have essentially 3 vendors in the tower for gear. So we got the Crucible vendor, we got the Vanguard vendor, and then you have your class-specific vendor, so whether it be Hunter, Titan, or Warlock. And well, you only can get bounties for 2 of them. You're either going to take Vanguard bounties, or you're going to take Crucible bounties, and they work towards getting something else. Whereas if you were to add planet-specific bounties, I think it would give us just that much more reason to explore each of these planets. I know me specifically, when I grab a bounty that's on Venus, I go straight to that target area and I just complete that. Whereas if you add me, you know, let's say you added a bounty that was like patrol Venus, find 10 spirit bloom, find 10 chests, or whatever. And obviously, if you did something that complicated, you would want the reward to be worth it. But you know, I think planet-specific bounties would be fun. It would be a new change to the environment. I would keep the experiences low, because you still want the Vanguard to be the #1 source for XP. But planet-specific bounties would be fun and a new change that I would like to see. Another thing I would like to see in the tower would be lower the glimmer prices for everything, because our cap is only 25,000 glimmer. Either increase the cap up to, let's say, 50, double the cap limit that we can have. So either make it 50,000 XP, or excuse me, 50,000 glimmer, or increase or lower the glimmer prices for everything in the tower, because everything in the tower is way overpriced, especially heavy ammo synthesis from the gunsmith. 950 glimmer is way too much, and 5 black wax idols or 3 black wax idols, whatever it is, to get 1 heavy synth from ERIS MORN is too much, I think, as well, because you covet those when you want to exchange for your energies to shards or shards to energy. So I also like to see an exotic exchange vendor in the tower. Now, if you don't know what I mean, what I mean specifically is, let's say we have Xur. He sells exotics, right? Why can't we have a vendor, or even add it to the gunsmith? The gunsmith sells all these whack weapons, right? And let's say he had one exotic a week that he has there. Now let's say it was the Gallahorn as an example. The only way that you could get the Gallahorn from the gunsmith would be to exchange an exotic that you have currently and Glimmer. So you'd give him an exotic and you're getting Glimmer. So basically, let's say I have 2 No Land Beyonds. I bought one from Xur and I got one from the Nightfall. I'm never going to use 2 No Land Beyonds. I'm only keeping one for my exotic collection. But if I could go to the gunsmith, exchange my No Land Beyond for that Gallahorn or whatever it is that he has on the wall, and give him some Glimmer, give him whatever it is he wanted, I think it would be a nice change, instead of me getting Plan C 3 times from a Nightfall and never use it, and just dismantling them, pretty much having no use at all other than getting 1 exotic shard. I think it would be more beneficial. I think the community would love that, because it gives us another opportunity to get an exotic that we would like, because everybody knows the Icebreaker is coveted in the community, the Gallahorn is coveted in the community, the Last Word's coveted, the Thorn is, a lot of people like certain exotics and they want certain exotics, and there are only a few ways to get them, and that's either wait for Xur on the weekend and hope he's got what you want, or get it from a lucky Nightfall or raid drop. So I think if we had an exotic exchange vendor, that would make the tower that much more of a place to go, and that much more reason to do raids, do strikes, do the Nightfalls, because even if you don't get what you want, you have another chance to get a good exotic from the gunsmith. Granted, you have the exotic weapon to exchange as well as the Glimmer to exchange. Now, I do think that the Glimmer price should be something ridiculous. Just like with Xur, it cost you 8,000 Glimmer to upgrade an exotic. It should be around that same price to exchange an exotic. So I think that's the main point I wanted to get at. An exotic exchange vendor would be fantastic. And the last part I'm going to talk about is like the overall social environment of the tower. I think that if they were to add a few little mini games into the tower for waiting players, because a lot of times when I'm getting ready for a raid, we go to the tower for 2 people. 2 people need to, swap weapons. 2 people need to exchange or pick up some heavy ammo synthesis or something like that. And you have 4 players in the tower, just pretty much they have no reason to be there other than the rest of their team, so they're sitting around waiting. So there's already soccer balls in the tower, there's already big old balloon balls and stuff like that. Why not add a big old checkerboard as an example? Put a checkerboard anywhere, put it up top on the rafters areas that nobody really goes to other than to float glitch across. If you haven't seen that float glitch video, that's in the description below. But add a big checkerboard or add a chessboard, and let us physically move the let us move the game pieces ourselves. And obviously you want it to make it to where your players can't mess the game up, so make it like you have to hit X to enter the checkers area, and you just play checkers or chess or whatever, or play darts for all I care, while you're waiting for your players to grab all the things they need from the tower. And then another thing I think would be cool is if you allowed us to customize our sparrows and ships. So other than going to the ship, there's absolutely no reason for the ship vendor, because the ship vendor doesn't do anything for me, but I don't even give me these ugly ships. So if there was a way I could go there and, like, let's say a custom ship paint shop, so you go there and be able to custom paint your ship the way you want, or add like a custom flying mini game for your ship, just like in GTA, where you have to fly obstacles and whatever, just to mess around while you're waiting. Nothing too like data expansive to make the your dedicated servers overwhelmed, but just something fun to do while we wait for our players to grab things out of the tower. Same thing with the ships and the sparrows. If you could custom paint them or custom design them and select one fan-made sparrow or ship a week or a month to add into the community, that would be fantastic. It'll make the community more involved with the game, because I know Bungie is all about taking advice from community and making it work for them. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse with the increased vault space, because everybody knows in the community and at Bungie, they all know we want increased vault space. So either increase the vault space or allow our ships that we fly in orbit to have its own separate vault would be an idea for me. So that's all I got for the tower. There's a lot more notes that I have. I think next week I'll either talk about Xur or Nightfall or Forging. I haven't decided yet, but stick around. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you like the video at all, go ahead and smash that like button. It's right below. If you have ideas that you want, or you think that I left out in the tower that you want to see changed, please leave them in the comment section below. As always, be safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.